All right, let's talk about a huge shift in something we all use probably every single day: Google search. It's moving beyond just being a list of links. It's actually becoming something more like a teammate, an assistant that can get things done for you. So, what does that really mean in practice?
You know this feeling, right? It's a familiar nightmare. You want to do something simple, like plan a dinner out, and suddenly, boom, you've got a dozen tabs open. One for reviews, another for the menu, one for reservations, another for the map. It's just this chaotic digital juggling act. Well, that exact frustration is what Google is trying to solve here.
And this slide, this really just nails the whole idea. For what, 2 decades? Search has given us the raw materials, a bunch of links, and we had to do all the heavy lifting. Now, with this new AI mode, that script is totally flipped. The goal is for Google to do the work, not you.
So how in the world does it actually do that? Well, the magic word here is a concept called Agentic AI. And this is the core technology that turns search from just a passive finder of information into an active doer. Okay, agentic sounds a little technical, but the idea is actually super simple. It means the AI can act as your personal agent. You give it a complicated goal, and it's smart enough to break that down into smaller steps and then go out across the web to get it done, all on its own. Let's make this concrete. Imagine you just type in, hey, find me a dinner reservation for 4 people this Friday at 7 p.m., someplace Italian, downtown. Instead of just getting links, the AI actually goes to work. It scans multiple reservation sites to see what's really available, then it brings you back a simple, curated list, and all you have to do is click once to book it. Done. And that's the whole point right there. It's not about making search results look fancier. It's about completely changing the dynamic so you can spend way less time hunting and planning and way more time actually enjoying your life.
So how does it pull all this off? Well, it's not just one thing. It's a few powerful technologies working together. You've got Project Mariner, which lets it browse the live web for the latest info. Then you have direct integrations with partners for real-time data. And all of that is built on top of the deep understanding that comes from things we already know, like Google's Knowledge Graph and Maps. And these partnerships are absolutely critical. This isn't Google just guessing what's available. It's connecting directly into the reservation systems of services you already use, like OpenTable for dinner or Ticketmaster for a show. That's how it knows what's actually bookable in real time.
Okay, so having an AI teammate is a huge step forward. But what makes a teammate truly great? Well, it's when they actually get you. And that's the next layer we need to talk about: personalization. Think about a query like this. A generic search would just, throw a list of nearby restaurants at you. But a truly personal search can do so much more. It can find a spot that not only fits your tight schedule, but also lines up with the kind of food and vibe you actually like.
So, how does it know you so well? It's basically connecting the dots from your past activity. If you've searched for Italian places before, or you're always tapping on restaurants with outdoor seating and maps, or you've talked about vegan options, the AI picks up on those clues. It uses them to give you a recommendation it thinks you're genuinely going to love.
Now, of course, whenever we talk about personalization, privacy questions pop up. And the key thing to know here is that Google says you are always in control. You can dive into your account settings anytime to adjust what gets shared and fine-tune how this all works. So the AI can do things for you and it can learn your preferences, but what happens when a plan involves, other people? That's where these new collaboration features come into play, and they're pretty cool. This is a total game changer for stuff like planning a group trip or even just picking a movie. Instead of sending a bunch of messy screenshots back and forth in a group chat, you can now just share a direct link to your AI search. Your friends can open it, see everything you found, and then even ask their own follow-up questions right there. Now, these features are incredibly powerful, but for a while, they've been pretty limited to just a handful of places. Well, that is changing in a very, very big way. This is not a small-scale test anymore. And when I say expansion, I really mean it. This has been limited for a while, but that's changing with this number right here: 180 plus. That's how many new countries and territories are getting access to this whole new way of searching. So what does that 180 plus number really mean? It means AI mode is now rolling out in English to all of those new places, on top of where it was already available. This is making this powerful search experience a reality for millions and millions more people around the globe. So when you put this all together, it really comes back to this one fundamental shift. We are moving away from thinking of search as just a tool, a library of links you have to sort through, and moving towards search as a true teammate, a collaborator that doesn't just find stuff, but actually helps you do stuff.
And that really leaves us with a pretty wild question, doesn't it? Today, it's booking dinner and finding tickets. But as this agent technology gets smarter and more capable, what's next? What are the really complex tasks we're just going to hand off to our search bar? It's kind of fascinating to think about where this is all headed.